Story time muna tayo. A client of mine has recently shared with me her experience with a scammer. So, ano ba yung nangyari? Online personal lending modus that this scammer has used. And based on what was the information given to me, the scammer is offering a loan, minimum of 70,000 to 200,000. And then, magsasubmit ka lang ng requirements, ID mo, yung other information na hihingi nila for verification. And then, after approval, ita-transfer ka sa finance manager. So, itong modus na to, they usually ask you to download the Telegram app kasi doon ka tatawagan ng finance manager. And doon sa loob ng Telegram, makakasama ka sa isang group wherein other so-called applicants for the loan are also there. Pero ang totoo, yung mga nandun ay mga backup lang nila to support na legit yung kanilang claim. What happened was, meron dun magsasalita, magko-convince na yung mga agam-agam mo as an applicant for the loan ay valid, legitimate. No? Kasi tatanungin din nung kasabwat nila, legit ba talaga to? Baka naman hindi. Ganyan. Tapos pahingi ng details of verification. Tapos meron pang kwento nung isang kabatch doon na pinasakay ka lang. No, pasasakayin ka doon sa drama ng ibang kasama mo doon sa group. In the group, you may be 4 or 5 people who are also applying for the same loan. Iba-iba lang siguro ng amount. And what happened with her, mas mataas yung amount na ina-apply nung isa at sinabi na, kailangan ko to para maoperahan yung nanay ko kasi may sakit na sa ospital ngayon, blah blah blah. So, nakausap niya yung finance manager, tapos sinabi na doon din daw sa Telegram isa-send yung OTP nila kasi based on their AI system ang verification. Now, para ma-withdraw yung ilo-loan, the code will come from the company, sent to Telegram, and kailangan ibigay mo yung bank details na para doon nila i-deposit yung loan na ina-applyan mo. Ngayon, dahil bagong client ka, you need to transfer 10% of the intended loan as a new customer as a requirement of their AI system. So, yung iba nagte-testify nakatanggap na o kaya merong nag-voice message pa na, sure ba yan? Gusto kong makasure. So, sabi 5 to 7 minutes daw matatransfer na. So, pagdating doon sa client ko, itong scammer na to, in-entice niya si client dahil so sobrang liit na interest rate tapos ang laki-laki ng loan amount na pwedeng makuha. So, what happened was, kinausap siya ng finance manager sa chat, nandun sila sa loob ng group, and then, pinapa-verify kung natanggap na yung OTP. So, na-convince siya dahil meron ngang iba na parang sumasali doon sa group na natanggap niya na daw yung money na pinadala, 5 to 7 minutes lang daw na transfer na. So, pagdating sa kanya, ilang oras na wala pa. And then, in-explain sa kanya na once na transferred, kahit na nagbigay siya ng parang deposit na 7K, kasi 70 lang yung niloan niya, which is 10% of the loan amount, mawi-withdraw daw niya ng buo yung tinransfer niya na 7K plus the loan amount na 70,000, which is 77,000. So, hindi nga niya na-receive yung transfer, tapos nakikipag-message siya dun sa finance manager na tinatawag, at nagtataka siya bakit hindi dumadating sa kanya yung amount. Now, tumawag pa sa kanya yung finance manager at sabi nag-reflect daw sa system nila na incorrect yung bank account niya. So, yung first 4 numbers mali, sa kanila daw 2-1 yung simula, pero may typo raw, and nagdududa siya, sabi, paano magkakamali itong client ko? Kinapi-paste ko yun from the bank, online bank account itself. So, hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng typo. Pero, pinalalabas ni scammer na since you failed to give the correct account number, we will have to collect 28,000 pesos to unlock the payment. At binigyan pa siya ng deadline na hanggang 9 PM the next day. So, inassure din siya na don't worry, you'll have a total of 105,000 kasi nga 77,000 nung una plus itong 28K na unlock amount. Tapos parang pinalalabas pa na hindi namin ito ma-fix kasi ikaw naman yung nagkamali, no? Hindi ko yung nagbigay sa amin ng maling bank account at kami nawalan din ng 70,000. So, takang-taka si client, nagduda pa siya sa sarili niya, ako ba yung nagkamali? Account ko ba yung mali? To make the long story short, nawalan siya ng 7K. She verified with her bank at nalaman na nag-proceed talaga yung transaction. So, ano ang gagawin natin dito para makaiwas sa mga online scams na ganito? Number 1, change all your passwords in all your softwares in all the accounts that you use, lalo na sa phone. Number 2, kung pwede, Use a different email for your financial transactions and have a different password for that. Number 3, kung meron kang separate na cellphone where you can assign a SIM na pwedeng gamitin for your bank transactions, doon mo ipadala yung OTP. Not on the active mobile number na ginagamit mo pang tawag, pang text, pang connect sa mga social media apps. Number 4, alert your bank kapag meron nang nangyaring scam na ganito. And tell your bank kung pwedeng mag-request na i-change yung account number mo para hindi na ma-access ng scammers, especially if you have a credit card and do your transactions on the same phone. Have an antivirus on your phone or PC. It pays to invest in security and safety. Number 5, use a VPN or a virtual private network. Ano ang ginagawa nito? Ang VPN, kahit na mag-browse ka ng internet, yung IP address na lalabas doon, hindi kung nasan ka talaga located, but somewhere else in the world. So, pwede ako mag-browse and the computer will read it as I'm in Germany instead of in the Philippines. So, yun yung purpose ng VPN, para hindi ka matrack at hindi makita yung activities mo online. Have two-factor authentication in all your apps. Hassle siya, oo, pero for your security and peace of mind, I encourage to have TFA in all your accounts, especially sa Facebook, which is rampant din yung mga hackers and scammers. Now, never give your OTP. Once na humingi ng OTP from you, huwag mong ibibigay, no matter how convincing they are. Tapos, kapag pina-transfer ka in another platform like Telegram, never transfer to a Telegram group.